Hey, all right, so we're looking at cello one part for Feliz Navidad. I'll go ahead and play the A melody, the A theme here, and give you a chance to listen to it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. All right, so nothing too crazy. A couple of key points is just be aware of the notes that begin on the and of a beat. So for instance, the first measure where cellos enter, we don't play on a beat, we enter on the and of a beat, the and of 2. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. And so because it's essentially a pickup in a measure, we're going to play that short eighth note with an up bow. And that way the quarter note is a down bow. And then a little note about measure 6, those last two eighth notes there. Let's play those with a hooked bow, so 2 up bows there. And then that way we can get to the dotted quarter note on a down bow. And so those measures, measures 7 and 8 will be main notes on down bows. Alright, so then that was our A melody. At measure 10 is when we hear the B melody for the first time, the B theme. So here we go, I'll go ahead and play that. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Alright, so once again we have more phrases beginning on the and of a beat. So in measure 10, the notes come in on the and of 1, so not on the downbeat. So 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And another key little detail, you see it in measures 11, measure 13, and measure 15 is the syncopation, where a note is tied and it goes over a beat. And so if we look at measure 11, that's that note E that begins on the and of 2 and goes to the downbeat of 3. And then you kind of kick the and of 3 in measure 11. So I know it's probably a little convoluted to try to explain that, verbally, but that's sort of what we're doing there in measure 11, these syncopated notes where the note goes over a beat line. And then you'll notice in measure 17 we have some 16th notes. Let's slur the 8th note and the 16th note together instead of trying to play all three of those separate. And we'll try to give that dotted half note its own bow. I mean, you could slur it together. Let's see. Yeah, that works as well too. Having measure 17 be one giant slur, but at the very least, we want to slur the 8th and 2 16ths together. That's going to make it much smoother than trying to play those, separate bows. All right. That covers it, because then we just have the A melody again and then the B. So practice with the metronome. That's going to really help out. Hearing where those beats come in, where the beat is, and then the and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4